Hello. I had the best day yesterday. Had the best day. Best day. Mum came over, made masala dosas, which is basically like Indian crepes stuffed with like spicy potatoes. So tasty. Oh my God. Then we watched Turbo. Great movie, man. Any of you that still believe that things are impossible or improbable, you need to watch Turbo. Turbo is a story of a snail, ends up getting bathed in some kind of nitrous oxide, magical fluid, gets trapped in a shell, and he is the first snail to ever be able to go north of 200 miles an hour. Turbo, the best movie. The best movie. And, of course, everyone's looking at Turbo like he's crazy. Nobody's believing in Turbo. Even his brother, who's played by Paul Giamatti, is like critical. It was great, man. It's a great movie. Turbo, you'll like it. The interesting synchronicity is every now and again when I'm on a plane next to people and they're asking me what I do for a living, sometimes I will tell them that I breed racing snails. So every now and again, I will tell them I breed racing snails. It's just easier because I know I don't want to have to get involved in a conversation about something that they're not really interested in. I can tell from their energy when they're really interested. At that point, I'll say, oh, I write books and hey, I was on Oprah and I'm Indian, talk about spirituality, you know. But every now and again, you should, once you're freed up enough from your reality, you'll be able to say these things, right? You won't, because you won't care what you look like, right? At that point, you won't care what you look like. So that's the blessing. I breed racing snails. So, for example, I've gone through periods of my life where I've had money, I've not had money. It's been lean, it's been feast, it's been famine, it's been all kinds of things. But you know what? Ultimately, embracing every situation that I was in allowed me to not panic, to stay calm, and to have the opportunity to find the next threshold of receiving. And when we realize that we're here on assignment, when we realize that we're here with a purpose, we also realize that as a part of the creation of that purpose, we inherently also naturally created our provisions. And I love this stuff because I'm a huge fan, right, of these books that I used to read as a kid. And and they were adventure books, and you'd roll the dice, right? Kind of like Dungeons and Dragons. And you'd go on this adventure, and this book would take you on this journey. And based on the number that you rolled on the dice is the page that you would go to. Now, the reason why I love these books is because you were going on an adventure, and as you were going on the adventure, the provisions that you needed would reveal themselves to you, right? And this is how life is. Like, life is this journey that we've created. We're here on assignment. We're here to, fully and powerfully express our light. But what we've forgotten is that we also have to remember that we have provided for ourselves as well, because we're creator beings, that the provisions that we need, we've put in place. So it's like having a front door to your house, right? Every single human being is like a doorway. Okay. But you've got someone coming to see you, but you won't open the door all the way. You'll only crack the door a little bit to see if you like the person and you'll peek through the crack. Then maybe if you like what they're wearing, then you'll open the door a little bit more. Then you'll open the door a little bit more. What I would like for all of you, for every single human being, is for you to live with the door wide open. Because in your willingness to live with the door wide open, what you are saying is, I am ready to meet every moment with love. I'm ready to meet every moment with the fullness of my being. And life fully flowing through you doesn't mean that you're not going to experience things. It doesn't mean that you're not going to feel things. It doesn't mean that in some way, shape, or form, you're going to just become immune to the human experience, because that's not why we're here. We're not here to transcend the human experience. We're not here to be separate, apart, and different than the human experience, because that isn't serving anybody. That's just bypassing. Okay? At some point, what we have to do is turn and face the human experience with courage, and turn and face ourselves with love, empathy, and compassion. All right. Yesterday was phenomenal. Phenomenal. You are the only limiting factor in your life. I said it. You are the only limiting factor in your life. You are doing it to yourself. You're doing it to yourself. You're not allowing yourself to receive. You're not allowing yourself to be all that you've come here to be. And it's because on some level, you have been made to feel afraid of finally allowing your life to be good. This is why you focus on external distractions. This is why you focus on drama. This is why you invalidate yourself based on what's going on with your physical body, with your financial scenario, with your relationship scenario or lack thereof, with your kids. It's like either you are finally allowing yourself to be limitless and receive everything that life wants to bring you, or you're just afraid and you continue to limit your receiving. And really, it's all it boils down to. Are you going to the ocean with a thimble? Are you going to the ocean with a thimble, a bucket, a trough? Or are you going with one of those semi trucks with the giant thing on the back so that you can scoop up all the water that there is? Or are you becoming infinite and meeting the ocean in its full expression? See, this is the only determining factor in life. It's not your level of education. It's not where you grew up. It's not what you had, what you don't have, your parents, your lack of this, your lack of that, your family, your story. None of these things are the determining factors. You are either willing to be fully who you are and receive the totality of life, or you are limiting yourself. And that's what it boils down to. Now, I'm fortunate. I have 5-year-olds and 7-year-olds. They're like spider monkeys. They love hugging, right? So at that point, I'm fortunate. Okay. And I have Jan, very huggable. But I miss the bonus hugs. I miss the unexpected hugs. I miss the hugs from people that are outside of the realm of hugging, right? So this is the sphere of possibility for hugging. And then this is the unexpected sphere of hugging, right? I miss the unexpected sphere of hugging, you know? Like I couldn't go anywhere without being hugged. Like I would go to Whole Foods. People would recognize me because I'm Indian. At that point, I was living in a predominantly white Midwestern place. Not a lot of Indians. So it wasn't hard to spot Panache Desai. Spotting Panache Desai is like spotting a unicorn in the field of zebras. People would just hug me. Like they would just hug me. They would hug me randomly. They would just hug me. Didn't even know me. But they did know me. I just didn't know them. They would just hug me, right? That's what I'm talking about. Like the unexpected hug. Man, this human contact is medicine. Human contact is medicine. And that's what we do for each other. We nurture each other back to our brilliance. We remind each other that it's okay to be unique. Somehow we remind each other that we fit in a world where we've just felt so isolated and alienated. You know, in a world where we've been made so wrong, somehow in some way, like we make it okay to be ourselves. So I just love you. I'll never find enough creative ways to say that to you. So let's just take a few moments before the meditation. Just take a few moments. Now, oh, man, you guys are beautiful. Every single one of you. The weirder, the better. Some of you, weird even by spiritual standards. You're my favorites. I mean, it takes talent to be weird even by spiritual standards. So when you're weird, even by spiritual standards, wow, are you a creative soul? uh, oh my God. Human connection. This is how I know we're going to get through this. Oh, I know how we're going to get through it. Because human connection is never going to go away. It's never going to get cancelled. It's never going to all of a sudden go out of fashion. Human connection will always be the primary driver. And really, spirituality is connection. So, thanks for listening. Thank you.